Hi everyone, Mr. Zaki with you. Now, in this video, we want to solve the problems in GAT. Now, questions number 8, if 6th of a number equals 25% of the number 12, then what is the number? Okay, my student, I want to think how to solve in short way. Okay, now we can translate this word to equation. We have 6th of a number, that's x, equals 25%. So we can write it 25 of 100 of the number 12. We write it here 12. So now I can solve to find x. What about 25 divided by 100? It is 4th, right? It is 4th, 1/4. So we can simplify. Divided by 25, it is 4 here. Also, I can simplify 4 with the 12. It is what? It is 3. So the remainder is 1/6x equals what? Equals 3. So I want to find x now. I multiply two sides by what? By what? By 6, right? Or by crossing. Because 100 is divisible by 25, Zahra. Because 100 divisible by 25. You can simplify it with 25. It's a quarter. 25 is a quarter of 100. Okay? Now, x will be what? 6 times 3, it is 18. So the answer, yes. Then how? Yeah, because it is 4. When you divided 100 divided with 25 equals 4. 4 times 25, it is what? 100. So the answer is 0 here, divisible. Then the answer is 18. You see? Yes, our quarter, right, done. Now we find the answer is 18. Okay, now number 9. Look, number 9. If the mean of the marks of 5 students is 20, then the sum of their marks is what? How I find the mean? Do you know what is the mean? Mean? Tib, do you know what is the mean? In mathematics, what is the mean? Do you know? What is it? It is average. Average, right? Mean is average. How do you find average, right? How do you find average? Yes, the average of all the numbers when added together and divided by the number of original numbers. Yes, salam alaikum, Malik. You are right, Malik Nahash. Yes, perfect, perfect. Great job, Malik. So now, if I want to find the mean, you add the numbers and you added the numbers, x, the sum of the numbers, and over the number of original numbers. So now he said the mean of the marks is 5. Give me 5, the mean. Is it 20? Oh, sorry. The mean is 20, right? So I write it here, 20. And how many students I have? 5 students. I delete this and I write it 5. Then the sum of them, only you multiply. When I want the sum of x equals, only you multiply. 20 multiplied by 5. The answer is what? 100. Right? So the answer is 100. Do you see? Do you understand? Zainab, Zahra, Yasmin, Ali Shabraka, Tib. Only if you want to find the sum, only you multiply the mean and the number. Okay, no problem, Ali Shabraka. Okay, now, if I want, look, if I want the sum of their marks, only you multiply the average. The average is 20. The average is 20 times the number of it. I have the number is 5. The average is 20. Then the sum of the kx equals 20 times 5. Only this rule. Then the answer is 100. So the answer is D. You see, Ali Shabraka? Okay? Is it okay now? You multiply it only. Right. Okay, now we will go to 10. If the volume of a cube equals 64, then the length of a diagonal of one face, what is it? Oh my God. So look, I have, Sahra, I have a cube here. Look here, I have a cube. This is a cube. Look, Malik, I have a cube now. Said the volume of a cube 64. So I want to ask you, what is the length of the cube? Do you know? What is the length of the cube? If the volume is 64, what is the length? What is L? What is the length of side? You know? Do you know how to find it? Yasmin, T, Priam, what is it? Okay, that's fine, B, but I want to find the length. How? It's easy to find the length. What is the length? The length is what? You take a cube of the volume. The cube, what is the cube? It's 64, right? This is the cube of 64, right? So what is the answer? Because the volume of the cube is x cubed. Yes, Malik, it is 4, right? So the answer here is 4. Each one is 4, right? Each one is 4, right? Okay? Now he asked about a diagonal. A diagonal, how I find it? Like this. If I have this face, he wanted like this. When I have for one face, so I draw one face here, sorry. Now I have here one face here, and I want to find here. I want to find diagonal. So the length, is it what? The length is 4, right? How I find it? By what? By Pythagorean theorem. You know Pythagorean theorem? Okay, now diagonal, is it what? Yes, you know Pythagorean theorem, that's we call. It is 4 square, you put it here, square root of 4 square is 16 plus 16, that's, or also I give you also another one. It is length times square root of 2, directly. The diagonal is the length times square root of 2. Now I have the length is 4, so diagonal is 4 square root of 2. So the answer is B. Why I explain all by details? I want to know everything. I want to know how to find the answer. I give you the details, idea to know everything. Okay, now it is length times square root of 2. It is 4 square root of 2. Do you understand? My student, do you understand? Right, good. Now we will take also another questions or 2 questions. Okay, try it, Khalid, and listen the video or watch the video, then you get the point, or try to solve. Okay, now number 11. If the age, I want to read the questions. If the age of Ayman 5 years ago was X years, then his age now is what? If the age of Ayman 5 years ago was X, then his age now is what? It is B. Now we say, he said like what? 5 years ago is X. 5 years ago. Now his age is what? Because will be plus 5. So the answer is B. Right? Nardin, be careful. I think this question is easy. You see? Right. Okay, number 12, the last question, then we will go to variable section. Okay, the sum of 2 angles are, what is the sum of 2 angles? When you see 130 degree and here, because a line, you know, what is the, in questions mark, what is it here in questions mark? 130, it is what? It is 50, right? Also here, it is 50, right? So the sum of 2 angles, right, Khalid? Yes, you are correct. You add 50 plus 50, it is 100. Okay, is it clear? Zahra, Yasmin, is it clear? Right. Okay, we will go to another questions or 2 questions now. 3 workers produce 1,500 cans in 4 days. How many days can 4 workers produce 4,000 cans? Now, if I have 3 quantity, so we have subject and objects or produces and times. Now, we have the subject here, 3 workers, right? We write it here, workers, 3. And produce 1,500 cans. We have cans here, producing 1,500, right? In 4 days, now this the time is 4 days, right? Okay, how many days can be 4 workers? How many? I put here how many days. I put X here. Worker, 4 workers, and produced 4,000. I put here 4,000. So how I find X? You multiply by 887. Or no, I don't know. You multiply by like this. I want to find X, so you multiply it like this. 4 times 4,000 times 3. You multiply 4 times 4,000 times 3 divided by, that's opposite of X. It is 4 times 1,500. Then you can simplify. Please pay attention. You simplify 4 with 4, 0 with 0, 15 divided by 3. It is 5 here. And also divided by 4, by 5. Oh, here 0, also with 0. It is 8, right? The answer is A. The answer is A. You know how the questions? Okay, now we finish the math section. We will go to a variable section to know how to find variable section. Okay. Zahra, I repeated fastly. Here I have 3 workers. You are right here, workers, cans, days. I bought 3 workers. There's 1,500 in 4 days. This is the first equation here, or the first 3 quantity. How many days? I bought X under days. Can 4 workers, we write it 4 workers, produce what? 4,000. Then I want to find X. How I find X? You multiply 4 times 4,000 times 3 divided by 4 times 1,500. Then you simplify, you get 8. Okay, my student, thank you very much. And you are welcome with Mr. Zaki to solve the problems GAT. And good luck. Bye.